Hey my loves, and welcome back. I know it is very long overdue, but here is a new video and I really hope you guys do enjoy it. I know I have to squeeze in some time to record because I am a full-time mom, so I have to figure it out apparently. So let's get started to this video. To begin with, I am gonna prime my eyes. I have the Smashbox lid primer, and I'm just gonna apply it to my eyelids and then blend it out with a Real Techniques sponge. Next, I'm gonna be setting my eyelids with some of the Airspun. I am using the translucent one. I know there is colored powder as well. Just buff it out with the brush. Next, I am very excited. I finally got my Jacklyn Hill and Morphe the Vault collection. I am using the Armed and Gorgeous palette, and then I'm gonna be starting off with the color Agent, and that's gonna be used as my transition shade. You want to just try to apply it right around that crease and then buff it out to the top. Also, with your transition shade, make sure to bring it inwards so that way it can all look very nice and together. And then as far as brushes, I am using some of the eye collection that was on Morphe's website. I will try to link that down below, but they don't have any numbers on the brushes. I know it was just a collection for the eyes, so I will try to find that for you guys. And that's probably the only brushes that I'm using on my eyes on this video. Next, I'm going to be using Smooth Criminal, and I'm going to be placing that right around the same area that I applied my transition shade. So I try to concentrate most of the product towards the end of the eye, and then just work whatever is remaining on the brush towards the inside of the eye. And as well, you want to drag that shade the same way you did to your transition shade, right to the inner corner of the eye. I know I miss doing this. I miss having some time for myself, so I kind of have to squeeze it in between my full-time job and then being a mom of 4. I know it's very hard, and I know there's a lot of moms out there that need some time for themselves, I guess. So just doing the same to the other eye, making sure you blend it. Sorry, I know my son was trying to make me laugh, so I tried to include these type of recordings on my videos because it makes you seem so real, like my kids are always around, so I try to capture some of those moments as well. Next, I'm going to be going in with this shade. It's called Axis. It's a beautiful pukey yellow color, if you want to say. It's a very beautiful yellow. Next, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and I'm just going to be using any small concealer brush and then just kind of carving out the lid. I'm not being very precise. I'm not going to do like a very good cut crease. I am just going to kind of define it. For lid color, I use the shade Guilt Trip, and that is in the same palette. Just kind of patting it on. I noticed that these shadows work better if you use your fingers, but the only downfall to that is that you can't get precise in there, so that's why I kind of use the brush. But yeah, as you can tell, I mean, there's no flash or nothing, just my lighting, and that yellow is amazing. Right on top of that, I'm gonna apply the shade Classified, just to kind of tone down that yellow a bit. It's a beautiful yellow and it's at itself, but I kind of wanted to tone it down just a little bit. And like I said, I am applying that one with my finger just because I felt that it works better that way. So that same color that I used right after my transition shade, which was Smooth Criminal, I'm gonna go ahead and use it with a pencil brush and then just kind of carve around that crease just to make it more defined with that dark shade. And that's kind of what I'm doing here, just applying it and then applying it towards the inner corner of the eye as well. I feel like this step is very necessary when you're doing a look like this, because it like makes the lid color just pop out even more when you do that. Next, just grabbing any fluffy brush, just kind of blending it out, make sure there's not really harsh lines around those two shades between the between your crease and the lid color, just kind of buffing some of that harshness out. And then using any fluffy brush as well, I'm grabbing some of that same shade, but I think I did mix it with another shade on the palette, which was Prowl. And then I just concentrated that on the outer corner of the eye just to make it a little bit dark. Just so now I'm just getting a makeup remover wipe, wrapping it around my finger, and then just dragging it out and just cleaning out the edges. A lot of people do use clear tape just to get that sharp line, but I most of the time like to use a makeup remover wipe. For eyeliner, I am going to be using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. This liner is amazing. I think I have gone through maybe 3 or 4 tubes just this year alone. I mean, I use this liner and it's long lasting and it's just awesome. And I mean, it's not pricey. That's a good thing. I'm thinking about doing a video of just how I do my eyeliner, but I pretty much start at the outer end of the eye and just flick it upwards and then just kind of fill in the gaps around the lid. It's fairly easy, guys. It does not take that long. Next, for eyelashes, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara. It's a Volume Express Mascara. I just bought this, so I'm kind of trying it out, see how that works. For lashes, I always seem to misplace the package that it comes in, so I have no idea which ones these are, but they're very beautiful. If I do end up finding out which ones they are, I will link it down in the description box as well. For lash glue, I did use the Lash Couture lash glue, and I found this at Walmart, I believe. Just applying the actual glue to the eyelash and then just waiting for a few seconds for it to dry out, be tacky, and then you apply it to your eye. I am using tweezers just to be precise and making sure that I apply it where I want it to be. And then for eyebrows, I am using the Brow Stylist Definer by L'Oreal. I find this eyebrow pencil to be very, very good. I don't think I have bought a high-end brow pencil or brow product in quite a while since I discovered this pencil. But yeah, this is, I think, a good way to go if you want to buy something that's not so pricey. So to define my eyebrows, I'm just starting at the bottom, just kind of carving it how I want it to be, and then just using the spoolie and then just blending the product and then filling in those sparse areas in the brow as well. Try not to put so much pressure on the actual pencil, and just kind of flick it upwards. It helps if you grab it at the end of the pencil, if that helps in any way. Just try not to apply so much pressure. I do darken my eyebrows, but I try to do it around the end, not so much on the inner of the brow. And then as far as the arch of the actual brow, try not to get so crazy with it. Just try to, I mean, it's pretty much how you like your brows, but I try not to go so high up to where they look, you know, out of proportion. And then just trying to fill in the front as well. Now for brow gel, I am using the Benefit Gimme Brow Gel, and this is a mini sample that I got in my Ipsy. I have been saying I'm gonna go buy the full size, but I've been putting that off. But yeah, this is a very, very good brow gel. Now I'm gonna be using this primer. Is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is probably my favorite primer, just because I'm very, very oily around my T-zone, especially my nose. So I feel like this helps a lot when I'm applying my makeup. So for foundation, I am using my MAC Studio Fix foundation. I am in the shade NC40. I am dotting that on to the Real Techniques sponge, and then I'm just going to be applying it all over my face. I try not to put so much product on my forehead, just because I feel it's oily enough. So I try to just put whatever is remaining on the sponge on my forehead, and then make sure to always blend it down towards your neck. For concealer, I did use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, the same that I used to carve out my eyes. And again, going back to that Real Techniques sponge, and then just buffing out that product. Just setting your under eyes and kind of letting it bake, just to prevent those fine lines from coming out. For bronzer, I am using the Aaliyah and MAC collaboration, and this is in the shade Baby Girl, and it's just a bronzer powder. For blush, I am using the Milani Romantic Rose powdered blush. Now for highlighter, I'm using the Carly Bible and BH Cosmetics, and I'm just using the middle two shades to highlight my face. Just applying it right around your cheekbones and then up to your temples a bit, and then I'm going to be applying it on my nose. For eyeliner, I'm going to be applying this to my waterline, and it's just a black eyeliner from ColourPop. It's a cream gel liner. And then with the same pencil brush that we used earlier, I grabbed the same shade, that dark brown, and I'm just buffing out some of that eyeliner on my waterline with some of that shade. And then going back to your eyeliner, I wait for this to be like one of the last steps that I do, but I do go back with that eyeliner and then just kind of go over where your lash line is, just to cover up some of that so it doesn't show. So using one of those same highlighter shades, I'm gonna grab a small concealer brush and then just apply it to the inner corners of the eye, and then as well as the brow bone. Now for lipstick, I am using as well the Aaliyah and MAC collection. This is the shade More Than a Woman. And then I'm using the Urban Decay setting spray and then just setting all this in. So this is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's very, very long overdue, but I will get more